the bottom here. Let's go ahead and just do the angles first. The very first one on your paper, it looks tiny. What did I compare a cute angle to? It sounds like it's cute, right? So when we think of cute, what do we think of, Andrew?
Cute.
We think of a cute little a bunny, right? Because it's a cute and it's tiny. So when we think of an angle that is smaller, then what type of angle? Oh, Owen. A right angle. Can I use your So for the one that is smaller or less than, because we want to get better at saying less than, not smaller, but less than or greater than. If your angle is less than, sorry, you want to make sure you're writing in acute. Here's the way you are spelling it. Make sure your spelling is correct, because we want to improve on our math vocabulary here. If we can apply our math vocabulary to our short answers, we get 2 out of 2s. Now, which angle would this one be if I'm able to make a nice square and it reminds me that I have a 90-degree angle? Gracie.
A right angle.
A right angle. Everyone raise their right hand. Think of a right angle. Okay? Right angle. Now, on your sheet, try to identify which one is the right angle. Which one am I able to make a nice square in the corner of it? Now, which one was that, Jaden? Was it the middle or the very last one? The very last one. Good. Now, if I have an angle that is less than or greater than, Cece? Is it, if I have an angle that is greater than a 90-degree angle, it is called what? An obtuse. I think of an obtuse. Now, a good way for me to remember obtuse, if it's larger than 90 degrees, raise your hand if you've ever heard the word obesity. Obese. When you're obese, you think large, right? That's what helps me. Now, it's not meant to be funny because it's a serious thing in the United States, but that's what helps me remember. I think acute meaning tiny, I think a right angle with my right hand, and I think obtuse meaning larger, okay? Now, we're going to go through, and every time I say the shape name, you are going to stand up, and you are going to repeat it, okay? So, the very first one we are going to go over is a parallelogram. Everyone stand up, say the name. Parallelogram. Now, on your sheet, which one would that be? Try to identify it. Try to identify it. Once you think you have it, raise your hand. Once you think you've identified it, raise your hand. Kirsten, come up to my board, point to the shape. Point to the shape. Be careful. Why would that not be that could be a parallelogram. That could be, but there's also going to be another name for it. So I'm glad that you pointed that out, because that is a parallelogram. But what else could it be? Gabe, stand up. What else could it be? Say the name of that shape.
It could be a...
Notice, it has parallel lines, because these lines will never touch. That's why it's a parallelogram. But notice, each side is congruent. If each side is congruent, and it has all the same sides, we can think of a specific name for that shape as being what, Brennan?
A square.
Not I want a specific name.
No.
Cece. It is also a quadrilateral. I'll write that down. So I like that we are putting these into a larger group. So this one we can think of it as a quadrilateral. What else is a name of this? Now I'm looking for the specific name of the shape. You put it into categories. You put it into a parallelogram, a quadrilateral. Kate? Why is it a rhombus? Because it all has the same equal sides. Let's all put rhombus.
That means they're a triangle.
Now,
But the rhombus is under it.
let's see here. What about this one right here? What can we maybe identify this one as, Charlie? Ooh, but be careful because at some point these two lines will meet. Think of a railroad track. They will never meet. So this one has how many sides? Count how many sides it has. Count with me. Ready? One. I'll wait for everyone. Ready? Look up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what do we know about shapes that have 4 equal sides? Braylee. This one would be known as a quadrilateral. Why is it not considered a rhombus or a trapezoid? Micah, why is it not considered a trapezoid?
I know why it's not considered a rhombus.
Okay, tell me why it's not considered a rhombus.
Because four sides are the same length.
So a rhombus has all the same length, so this one shows that not all the sides are the same, so it's not a rhombus. And why is it not a trapezoid? Maggie,
Because they're not like
think about your railroad tracks.
the very top segment.
All the sides are gonna and all the lines are gonna end up intersecting, right? So the only group we can put this shape is quadrilateral. But what about this one? Oh, we'll save that one for last. I want you to notice something. I want you to tell me a strategy and something, a pattern you noticed about this shape right here. Now, we'll wait on this one as well. Let's go ahead and do this one. We'll go down to here. So what can we put this, what's a specific name for this shape right here, Jonah? A trapezoid. And what is one more category? Jonah?
Quadrilateral.
Because it has how many sides? It has how many? 4, right? Now, why is it not part of a parallelogram?
Oh.
Let's see here. Let's look at my train tracks. These lines, are they ever going to meet?
No.
No, they're the same length, right? But what about these? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Train wreck. Oh, no. So, how many parallel sides do they have? They just have, everyone hold it up. Everyone hold it up. They only have 1. So that's why it is not a parallelogram, because a parallelogram has to have how many sets of parallel lines? It has to have at least 2.